welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley and today I'm going to be doing a video all about my dog. So this is Gemma and she's a boxer. She is almost 6 years old. She'll be 6 in September. And we rescued her probably in October sometime. So we've almost had her about a year. So in this video I'm just going to talk about the issues she has and about rescuing her, because we rescued her from a shelter, and about the difficulties of having a rescue dog and complications that she has and just everything about her. So yeah, we'll get started. When we rescued her, they give you all kinds of stuff about why she was taken from her previous owners, and the reason she was taken from her previous owners is because she was neglected. She was left in a hot car in August of last year, and the owners were gone for a long period of time and the police were called, and long story short, when they were there they noticed that she was neglected, and so they took her, and obviously the people weren't able to get her back, because I know sometimes you just get fined if it's not that serious, depending, but it was a serious case because she has allergies, so she's on special diet, and they didn't take care of her, and so because of that, her ears had such bad ear infections that she couldn't hear out of either of her ears. So they had to fix her all up, and they cleaned her, and they also did surgery on her nose while she was there, because common with boxers is their noses are too big, and they got her on a diet that works for her. So when we adopted her in October, she wasn't even really up for adoption yet. It was just the cusp of when she was able to be adopted, and so she had a lot of stuff done in that time. She was also neutered. If you look, she has a whole bunch of nipples, so she has obviously had babies. We wonder if at some point she was used to breed, just because of the way she is. But yeah, so since we do have her and we were aware of her issues that she has, she can be quite expensive. And when you adopt, also through the place we adopted her through, you take dog training classes, so she's pretty well behaved for the most part. We don't have a lot of issues. She rarely barks, which is nice. It's not a concern with us with the babies coming, but she is very needy. So as you can see, first off, we're filming this video, but we can't really leave her alone or else she cries. And so we have a downstairs neighbor here, and so we didn't realize she did it until we moved in and he complained about it. So sometimes now she goes down and she visits with him and keeps him company. He's an elderly man and he enjoys the company, but we don't want to bother him too often. So we're thinking we're going to have to kennel her, but I don't know if it's the pregnancy hormones, but I just feel so bad kenneling her. Like putting her in a kennel, I feel like I'm putting her in a cage. But I really think she might be happier in there, so I think I'm just going to have to get over it kind of thing. But yeah, sorry, back to her allergies. Totally jumping all over the place here. Since she has allergies, we definitely have to be proactive, and since we're aware of them, we know how to treat them and that kind of stuff. So she's on a special diet. Originally she was on a veterinarian diet, and then we switched her to one that's just from a specialty pets store, so it's less expensive than the vet food, but it's more expensive than food, for instance, you would buy at Walmart. So she can't have anything that has chicken, meat, grain, any of that kind of stuff. So she's basically on salmon, is what we found doesn't irritate her. And yes, so the other thing we do to keep her, the thing we do notice when she starts to get irritated is her back paws will start to get red. As you can tell, they are red right now. So, but she gets an injection shot to keep it under control every 8 weeks about. She can get it as soon as 4 weeks or 3 weeks if she does start to have an allergic reaction. But depending on what it is, we can tell whether or not it's going to pass in a couple days or whether or not it's because it's that time to get the shot again, because if she does get into something that she's not supposed to, my mom is awful for this. She will come over and she'll feed her things she's not supposed to, like french fries and things like that irritate her. So then the next day her paws will get all red, and then she'll get a little bit itchy, and then a couple days later she'll get over it. But we don't like it when she does that. But she sits there and begs, so my mom feels bad, but then my mom feels bad when she's itching. So we try our best to avoid it, but sometimes when we're experimenting as well with new treats, you know, to try and figure out something that will work for her for treats, it's trial and error, and that's how we can tell when she's getting upset. But the big thing is to keep on the shot so it's never too bad, her feet, and she doesn't get any ear infections. So we can also give her antibiotics if we were to choose to instead of the shot, but we find the shot just works much better. I think it's about $200 every 8 weeks, or if you do it sooner. So that's really how we try to keep her allergies under control. Yeah, that's about it as far as that goes. She is very well behaved for the most part. She listens fairly well unless she sees a bunny or a squirrel. The other issue that we have with her is the fact that she's snoring. She likes to jump on people is what it is when they come in first, she jumps. Like, she gets very excited. With me, she's totally under control because I've set precedent, and now she doesn't. But with people like my mom, who again, my mom doesn't like maintain harshness, like she gives in. So she thinks it's okay, and so we're really trying to work on that, especially before babies get here. So that way it's not an issue with her constantly jumping on people. So we're really trying for that. But other than that, like I said, she doesn't bark. She's very well behaved for the most part. We don't have really any obedient issues. She's needy, and that's probably, and the fact that she jumps is probably the only thing. Like, we can't let her out in the backyard because she just sits at the door and wonders why she's out there by herself. Or when I clean the house, she follows me around. So I don't know if that's because she was neglected, or yeah, that's what I would assume it is. And so yeah, we just have to make sure that, or she just has to make sure she's constantly with us. Or when we leave, we have a big front window right here. She just sits there and she'll wait for you to come back. And so yes, she's just very needy. My mom said one day I went into the bank and she was in the car with my mom and she started crying. She let out a because she missed me. So I'm gonna assume it has to go back to the neglect, but yeah. That's basically everything that I have. Oh, she's about 50 pounds, give or take. So she's a good sized dog. Yeah. And boxers' lives also are, normally they live to be about 9, I believe. So she probably only has about 3 more years of life. Don't listen. Don't listen. You'll be alive forever. But, yeah, I think that's it. Anything else? No, I don't think so. So, yeah, if you have any other questions about rescuing, like for us it was a fairly easy transition. Hi, baby. But, because we didn't have any other animals, so that wasn't an issue. So, sorry if I say so a lot, I just don't know what to say. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I should add. But I believe that's everything. But if you do have any other questions, please do leave the questions in the description box, in the comments below, and I would be happy to answer them. Yeah, but that's everything that I can think of. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have never seen me before, please do consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.